Better take a sip. Okay, everyone. Today's video is going to be about making future plans when you have CP. Now, when you have CP, cerebral palsy, like I have, there's a lot to consider. Um, the first and foremost thing to consider is obviously the level of care you need. And when your parents are alive, you know, they know your needs, they know what you have to do. But a lot of times, people with CP are very uncomfortable, like telling other people about their needs and what they need to be successful. So I figured that it was an important topic to discuss because, excuse me a second. Okay, I just needed a drink there. Because, naturally, our parents aren't going to be here forever. So I feel that it's necessary to make the necessary arrangements that you need. So you have to get other people to take care of you. Now, what I mean by that is, my parents help me out most of the time because they're the ones that are home. But I also have helpers that come in and out. I have other family members that help me out because I'm trying to get used to the fact that mom and dad are always going to be around. you know and I understand that with CP or cerebral palsy, if you want the actual words, it's hard to um, delegate our needs to other people is what I mean, um, because the ranges of CP are very different. If you have CP, there's two different cases. Um, One is a high tone case, which is the one I have. So that's why I'm stopping to take breaks every time I talk, because sometimes I talk too fast and the words don't make sense. Um, So I have what's known as the spastic CP, where I'll have involuntary muscle movements and things like that. But other people have a type of CP, I forget the name to be exact, where they're just limp. They have like no bodily function at all. So when you do have other people taking care of your needs, it is hard to delegate your specific needs because, like I said, each person with CP is different. So it's hard to tell people about what you consider to be a personal thing. But back to the original topic of today's video, which is that you got to make plans for the future. You have to start letting other people help you now. Because if you do, it'll be easier in the future as you get older so you can delegate your needs with no problem. Now, what I have in my community assisted living places, which are places that it's basically you have an apartment and you live by yourself, but you call people in case you need help or something. Um, so that's what I have in my community, and I'm most likely looking into one of those places. Because odds are, when my parents die, that's probably what I'm gonna end up in. But it could vary depending on your community or your country, because I know some of you guys have CP or like disabilities, and you're in different countries, so you have different customs and things that you have set up. So it could vary from person to person. But regardless of any disability, whether it's Down syndrome or Asperger's syndrome or whatever it is, if you don't make plans now, then your future is gonna suck because you're like, okay, Now my parents are gone. Not only do I have a disability, but I have to basically fend for myself where, because I made no future plans. Um, and then you're just stuck and you don't know what to do. Then you get stressed out. If you're like me anyway, you get stressed out because you don't know what to do and your whole world is just messed up. But that's why I always talk to my mom and my dad about future plans and obviously where I'm going to go when they pass away. Because it's going to happen whether we like it or not. You know, our caregivers and the people that we're used to aren't going to be here forever. So we have to get used to the fact that other people are going to help us. It may be a person that we're not familiar with, and it may be a person that we're not necessarily comfortable with. But we have to know that different people are going to help us, and we have to get used to it, whether we like it or not. So that's why, you know, if you have a disability and you're not sure where to go, and you're my age, which I'm 23, you know, it's not that old, so my parents are going to be around for a while. But, you know, talk to your parents about making future plans. If you have CP or any physical or mental disability, talk to your parents, make future plans, get in touch with local um, agencies that could help you out. I have an agency called Allied, and they help with like personal caregivers and everything like that. So that helps me out a lot. I also have doctors and therapists that I talk to about these things, and they're always here to listen. But get in touch with your doctors or your local community members to see what sources are out there because you're going to need these sources eventually. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but eventually you're going to need them. You have to know what the next step is. So I just wanted to get in touch with that today because it's an important topic to discuss. And that's about it. Again, talk to your local agencies or your parents or like any community member or family member that you have because you need to start making plans now so that you're not stuck in the future. I hope this video helps everybody out today. I hope it gave you a lot of insight as to what to do and just to advocate for yourself. You know, if you have voices, you should be able to speak up and use them. So advocate for yourself and get help. Okay, um, that's going to be it for today. Again, I hope this video helped people, you know, sort things out and maybe get the ball rolling for the future. Anyway, thank you. Bye bye. See you again soon.